right.
All right, I'd like to go ahead and open up the Warrenton Board of Alderman meeting for Tuesday, September 17th, 2024. If everyone please rise so we can say the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Consent agenda.
We have the regular and Ways and Means meeting minutes from September 3rd, 2024.
I'd like to make a motion that we accept the consent agenda.
Second. Motion made by Alderman Schultz. Second by Alderman Lang. Roll call vote.
Alderman Lang?
Yes.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Alderman Quarter?
Yes.
Alderman Cullum?
Yes.
Alderman Romaker?
Yes.
Passes 6-0. Next up, public comments. If anyone has anything they'd like to talk about, please come up to the podium, state your name, and we'll allow you 5 minutes.
Hi, Paul Wiggin with the Corner Pub right across the street.
Todd Johnson.
Todd Johnson, same. We're the owners of the Corner Pub. We're proposing to do a small, tiny little patio right out in front. We've got plans drawn up of either having it fenced in, about 4 tables, or not fenced in. And that's what we're trying to do.
Now, is there anything, you guys wanting anything permanent or everything temporary type of deal, or?
It would just be, it could be just the tables and chairs out there and no fence, or we could put a fence if you required it or wanted it, type thing.
Yeah,
Go either
in
way.
front of the bar or on the side?
Right in the front.
Right
in front of it?
Yeah.
That way, with a lot of the courthouse people that come over and stuff, they can sit outside.
Is there space there
What's the
for
process?
that?
We have some drawings we can give you too.
Has this been presented to?
Yeah, did you guys go to planning and zoning on that? I guess.
Just
to
the
Tim?
preliminary plans from the architect.
Okay, I think
Basically
you,
just shows the tables and chairs there.
okay. Hang on, because I'm not sure how if you have to do that first or not.
I'll have to check, we'll have to double check the code and make sure that if you'll submit your plans, you can leave them here or you can send them to us electronically and then we can take a look at it
Okay.
and let you know.
Yeah, I can leave them.
For sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take them. I got your contact information.
Yeah.
We'll be in touch.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy the pub. We do.
Well, yes, we do. Move on or wait?
Wait for them.
I would wait, just because we got some last minute people.
Folks, we're in public comment right now if you are here for that.
Come on up to the podium and state your name.
5 minutes.
My name is Andrea Booten. I live in Ashland Meadows subdivision. All the folks behind me live in Ashland Meadows subdivision. We've come to this evening to ask a few questions. This is regarding the stormwater and flooding that's been going on in Ashland Meadows subdivision. Last week and a half ago, Guy Geevers came to my door and informed me that, he said that the Alderman voted down addressing the stormwater issues in our subdivision. So I guess I'm here to ask if that's true and why that is, for start.
So nothing's been officially voted on as far as any kind of stormwater retention or anything like that?
Is it something that you all will be talking about and addressing?
It was brought up on the budget along with lots of other areas in the city that have water retention areas or just things that citizens have brought up to us. But at this time, from everything we've looked at, it's not a city issue that the city's financially responsible. It's all privately owned properties.
Okay, what about the stormwater that's coming off of that farm down on us with all the chemicals that are coming down upon us in all of our backyards. Because according to the codes, the Warren County codes, that's not supposed to be what's happening. And we're the ones that are all suffering, and we need someone to take this seriously. The only answer I've gotten so far is no one's going to do anything, and that we need to remove all of our fences out of our backyards. Well, we all have animals, so if we remove our fences, I guess Warrenton's going to be coming after us with animal control, saying we're not controlling our pets, so we can't have pets. I mean, what? And really, even if we did remove the fences that are in our backyards, it's still not going to control the floodwater that's coming through there. Is someone going to...
Well, this really isn't a question and answer response time. This is just for public comment. You got 5 minutes to talk.
Okay, so what do I need to do to address this further with you guys?
I think that's you giving us, telling us about it. I think that was
Correct.
what it's all about, is for you to give us what you'd like to say in the 5 minutes or whatever time.
Okay, well, but see, that's the problem. I have shown pictures, video, and everything else to several of the people that are here this evening, and no one is taking this seriously. And I even left a message for Mayor, and he never even returned my phone call.
So again, this is a matter that we're going to have to look into as situations happen with it. Again, because what you're speaking about coming off of farmland, that's a county issue that's coming in to the subdivision. So we can't really address an issue like that because we have to get with the county and figure some things out and see what we can work around then. So
Okay.
it's not something that's going to happen overnight. I can promise you that.
I understand that, but see, this is not the first time I've brought this issue up. This has been going on for several years now.
Okay.
And
again, depending on how much rainfall we get and all that during certain times of the year,
we don't
really
always
dictate
get a lot of rainfall, but
Correct.
if it's a steady rainfall, we still flood back there. So it doesn't have to be a substantial amount of rainfall. You live behind that area. All you have to do is look out your backyard and you see the water that's coming through there.
Yeah, we've shown pictures to everybody from over the years and the videos that people submitted on the Facebook page and stuff. So, and we even had the city, didn't have to, but they had an engineer go out and look at it just to make sure if there was anything that we could do. To my knowledge, Brandy, correct me if I'm wrong, it's all private land, and like they said, it's where the way water drains is coming from the county, from that field.
But your codes state that even if it's private land, if it's coming down on a subdivision in your codes, that is an illegal act, and it needs to be addressed. Your codes state that.
Here's what we're going to do for you. We will talk to the county. We will see what we can get handled on this. Again, I can't give you a date or a time that this is going to happen, but this is something we can look into.
So about how long should it be before I check back?
That I cannot give you an answer. I mean, it's trying to get them, county is them, to be able to sit down with us, or with the city officials anyway, and look into this situation and see what we can do,
Okay, so
or how we can address this.
who is in county and how can I contact them?
So that would be, is that Joe?
Well, it's the same way that
Gildan House? Yes.
they have a board just like we do.
Yeah.
They have a board exactly the same setup, and I think they meet in the morning, I believe, on
What is the name again, Joe?
Gilda House.
Gilda House.
He's the president of the board, or county commissioner.
County Commissioner.
I'm sorry, would you spell the last name, please?
Their information's on the county website. If you get on the county, all their emails and phone numbers are all on this county website.
All right.
Warren County.
I couldn't tell you how to spell it, or I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Joe.
Yeah.
All right, well, so,
But I would say speak to them also
okay.
about your concerns, so that way it's brought to their attention.
Time's up.
Okay.
All right.
Well, another thing I guess that I could do is notify the EPA of what's going on and all of what's coming down upon us, because we have children that live back there that are only trying to play in their backyards, and they're walking through this water that has chemicals and all kinds of bad things coming off of it, all down through the whole back of Jason Kyle.
Like I said, reach out to this county commission also, and we'll all get together and see if we can take care of this problem for you.
All right. Hopefully soon I'll be seeing
Let's
you.
hope.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
your time.
Thank you.
Anyone else? All right, moving along then. Board of Alderman comments.
Looking forward to this weekend. I think John will expand on that later.
All right, very good. And congratulations to the Warrior football team Friday night on their victory.
Big
So,
win on there.
all right, next up, City Administrator Brandy Walters.
Good evening. The first thing I have for you tonight is tourism recommendations. So tourism met on August 27th. Their recommendation is they would like to increase their hometown Christmas budget line by $25,000. Currently, they had $2,000 in there for just the photo op out front. They would like to increase that for $20,000 to do a full-blown event, and then $5,000 to have giveaways at that event. The event, they'll take this money will come from their contingency that they already have. Then the event will be December 7th, starting with a parade at 5:30, and then the full event would be from 6 to 9 at City Hall.
So they've already got the funding, you said? It's not
They do.
coming out of the city budget or anything like that?
No, they've already got plenty in their contingency to pay for that.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the tourism recommendations in the amount of $25,000 for hometown Christmas.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Cullum. Second.
Maker.
Romaker? Roll call vote?
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Alderman Quarter?
Yes.
Alderman Cullum?
Yes.
Alderman Romaker?
Yes.
Alderman Lang?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
The next thing that I have for you is the Pinckney property. We've been in several discussions about this property that we have previously sold regarding the covenants and restrictions. Our last time that we met was Public Works, and the Director of Operations was going to look at the stormwater regarding that area, and they did not find any issues with it. So tonight, the next thing is the bill, and that is to relieve that property of those covenants and restrictions, except for this street. So they will build the street that goes from east to west, and then also the one that goes to the south that connects to city property. Those will both be built to our city code, as requested.
Very good. Okay, I'll entertain motion for the first reading of bill number 55-24.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Romaker. Second by Alderman Lang.
An ordinance of the City of Warrenton, Missouri authorizing the mayor to negotiate and execute a settlement and release agreement by and between the City of Warrenton, Missouri and Fremont Property Management LLC regarding street construction standards and the release of covenants associated with property in the City of Truesdale, Missouri.
All right, I'll entertain a motion for the second reading of bill number 55-24.
So moved. Second.
Who was second? Romaker? Mm-hmm. Thank you, Alderman Romaker.
I'm sorry, who was first?
Alderman Quarter.
Alderman Porter. An ordinance of the City of Warrenton, Missouri authorizing the mayor to negotiate and execute a settlement and release agreement by and between the City of Warrenton, Missouri and Fremont Property Management LLC regarding street construction standards and the release of covenants associated with property in the City of Truesdale, Missouri.
Roll call vote?
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Alderman Quarter?
Yes.
Alderman Cullum?
Yes.
Alderman Romaker?
Yes.
Alderman Lang?
Yes.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
And as far as operations update, as you guys are aware, September 10th, the police department voted to have Eastern Missouri Coalition of Police Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 15 as their exclusive bargaining representative for non-supervisory officers. After speaking with our personnel legal counsel today, I need to get a verbal authorization to have the Chief Ellard and myself as the city's designated representatives during those bargaining times. We'll bring any negotiations back to the board where you can approve or deny either one. There's no vote needed. I just need your verbal authorization for that.
Anyone opposed?
No?
I think we're all good.
All right, very good. You have it.
That's all I have for you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brandy. All right, next up, Director of Operations, John Struckhoff.
Good evening. First item I have for you tonight is the monthly admin report. I have a couple of things to highlight on there if you don't have any questions. First thing I'd like to highlight is the tournaments numbers obviously went down in August. They kind of took a little break for the heat. They're back at it again, playing every weekend up there, so there'll be another tournament every weekend now, as far as baseball goes.
How long will they run those tournaments? Do you know, John?
I'm sorry?
How long are they going to run those tournaments?
How many weeks?
I don't know this fall. Probably pretty late.
In October?
I mean, yeah. I don't know the date though, but I would say probably October they shut it down.
Very good.
So.
Have we had any comments from local businesses about the increase of sales as far as food, purchasing, merchandise, whatever? Have we heard from anyone in the...
I've heard from a few local businesses that, you know, they are definitely seeing an increase in business, and, you know, that's really, they see kids with baseball jerseys on more than they did before. You know, other than that, I don't know if they're doing any polling on where you're coming from, but
Right.
So yeah, I think it's been a huge boost, and the paper did a good article this past week in the paper. So if
Thank you.
everybody's seen
It was
that,
a good article. So, thanks, John.
John, I just have a quick question, just something I'm curious about. Why do some of the columns on the report have zeros filled in for the rest of the year and others do not?
those are total lines. So as I put numbers in the other, that automatically adds up the totals for those.
So those zeros will change based on the other columns?
Yep.
Okay, I just didn't
On
know
the
why.
other rows, yes.
I didn't understand why they had zeros in them.
Yep. Yeah, it's just automatic adding, so I don't have to add.
Okay.
Obviously, you can see there was quite a few interviews. We did hire a few, which is good, mainly at the pool. We're still hiring in other positions, especially police department. Other than that, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
How many short are we in the police department?
What time is it?
We're pretty short. Yeah. We could use quite a few.
All right.
There's no other questions. I will move on to my next agenda item, which is our monthly, or not our monthly, mowing contract for next year. We contract out mowing for both overpasses, North 47 along the sidewalk, and the both roundabouts, and where else do we have mowed? Veterans Memorial and the Service Road, South Service, Veterans Memorial Parkway. It's the same contractor we've had this current year and last year. They are proposing no cost increase again for next year, and we would suggest to use them again. They've done a really good job for us. So they got behind a couple times this year because of the rain, but they got on it as soon as they could. So.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve to extend the right-of-way mowing contract for 2025 with Nelson Land Service.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Cullum, second by Alderman Lang. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Quarter?
Yes.
Alderman Cullum?
Yes.
Alderman Bromaker?
Yes.
Alderman Lang?
Yes.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Alderman Crump?
Yes. Passes 6-0. Anything else, John?
Just wanted to plug the Fall Festival again. Obviously, it's this Saturday. Expecting a big crowd, expecting good weather. Looks like they added a little rain in there, but hopefully that stays away. We have 80 vendors and 111 spots sold, so it's going to be the biggest year ever on vendors. Seems like everybody's excited, and it's going to be a good time. Hope everybody comes out.
Very good.
Moving forward.
Looking
At what
forward
time
to
is
it.
the road going to be closed that Saturday?
The road will be closed at 6 o'clock in the morning until about midnight. It depends on how bad cleanup is, but we'd love to be out there at midnight, but I'm not sure we will.
Just notice to the public, remove your cars
Yep, cars need to be
Friday
off Main
evening.
Street by 6 a.m., yep.
Hoping the concrete's done out in front of the courthouse before then.
We were told no, but that's not our project, so.
Answer.
Very good.
And again, the paper, I appreciate the paper doing another great article on the Fall Festival, so.
I'll have another brief in this week, just making sure.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you. All right, anything else, John?
That's all I have.
All right, next up, Building Commissioner Mike Cross.
Good evening. You guys have my monthly report. You can see that we're up to 46 homes so far this year. Got 2 more sitting on my desk that have been approved and paid for, so that makes it 48. Pushing for 60 this year is what I'm hoping to see.
Thought you were going to tell me 100 there, Mike.
That I would love to see. I think if we had a few more of the infrastructures done and some of the other projects, we could probably push
I see
towards
it
that.
then. All right. No, 60 is a good number, though.
Yes, it is. So we got a few highlights. I don't know if you guys been around town. You're familiar with Warrenton Trails up on some apartments up on Donna Marie. They're getting ready to go through about $1 million worth of renovation on those
They
apartments
bought
up
those,
there.
didn't they?
So I don't know if you guys been aware of that or not, but they're doing a really nice job, making a few of them handicap accessible.
good.
So
Good,
there's
that's
about
awesome.
$1
Good to
million
hear.
worth of work, so it's pretty substantial.
Yeah, it's great.
Pickney Ridge continues knocking holes in the ground every time you turn around. Same thing with Walnut Hollow. We've got good progress out there. Park Hills is selling homes right over here behind City Hall, which is really nice. And I think that's about all I've got for you right now.
Questions for Mike?
No, thanks.
No?
Great.
All right, thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Next up, Chief of Police, Larry Eller.
Good evening. The only item I have on the agenda for you is my monthly report. If you don't have any questions, I'll expand a little bit on what's already been talked about, the Main Street parking. It's not just Main Street, it's the connecting streets between Main Street and Oak and Walton are also going to be closed, so no parking there also, please, if it can. Also, no glass bottles, please. That hasn't been brought up yet. And speaking to the officer shortage, we just hired 2. So I should have those here next month for introductions. One's an SRO, so bonus.
Good to hear.
We just completed our 2024 web-based assessment for accreditation. We don't have the results yet, but there wasn't any problems that were indicated, so we'll have the results for that pretty soon. Next year, we're up for full assessment, so it's web-based and on-site, and that's going to take place in February. And that accreditation will be awarded out in July of next year. So that's coming up very quick. Also, one other thing I wanted to touch on is something that's gone by the wayside since COVID was our ride-along program. It used to get quite a lot of interest. It got shut down, and after that, it kind of fell off the board. So anyone who wants to do a ride-along, come down to the department, sign the waiver, 15 and up. We'll be happy to take you out, whatever shift you want.
Is that something, Brandon, we could put on our webpage too? Like pointing people towards that?
Yeah, it is on our website currently.
I'm sorry, I meant like a
You mean
Facebook
on
post or
Facebook?
something. Yeah.
Yeah, we could have her kind of plug it on there in between, after Fall Festival
Yeah,
stuff.
right, right. After all that.
Right, yeah, not this weekend.
Let me do it right along Saturday.
And that was 15 and older, correct?
Yes,
Chief?
correct.
Thank you.
All right. Any questions, Chief?
No?
No? All right, thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
All right, next up, Director of Planning and Development, who's taking Tim's spot tonight?
I'll take it.
All right, thank you, John.
There's not much to report because there was no meeting planning and zoning meeting this month, so if you have any questions on the report, I will try to answer them.
I have no question.
There was no new businesses and no new ribbon cutting, so it's pretty
cut and dry.
pretty slim report here, so if anybody has any questions, I'll try to answer them.
Oh, none at all.
All right?
All right, thank you, John. All right, I'll entertain a motion to close the regular Board of Alderman meeting.
So moved.
Second. Motion made by Alderman Cullum, second by Alderman Lang. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're so adjourned. Thank you, everyone.